What is up, guys? Ian here from Co-Create Today, taking your mindset from a place of lack to a place of abundance. Today I just want to talk about how when you lie, you're lying to yourself. And as a hypocrite, the only person you're lying to is yourself. I think too many of us have this preconceived judgment of just life and, like, oh, I can make decisions later. I can push these things off now and they won't affect me today or actually tomorrow. And a lot of us don't realize that the actions that we're making today are incredibly reflected in the future, especially like delayed, a little drawn out into the future. And the more that we tell people one thing and we don't do that exact thing that we say, the farther away our timelines kind of stretch. So like, let's say I lie today and it's reflected 3 days later. Well, the more that I lie, the more days that are reflected later. Now, being a hypocrite is just adding on to those layers and just really stretching out you getting back on track to what you are here to do. And to be honest, if you can't do what you say, then you have no judgment even to say anything. Don't expect anything from anyone. And quite honestly, no one's going to expect anything from you. And that's sad. That's incredibly sad. And I'm so sorry for those people out there. I know a few. And, they're just too wrapped around their own heads, which is funny to think about. So, how do we get out of this preconceived judgments of like saying one thing and doing another? And how do we get out of this realm of being a hypocrite and hypocrisy? How do we get out of this? Well, the first thing you need to do is stop lying to yourself. If you know that you're not going to get something done, don't tell yourself that you're going to get it done. Like, the thing is if we start to try to express things that aren't really true to us, like people will be like, yeah, I own businesses. I own multiple businesses, and I'm an entrepreneur. I'm like, well, are you really an entrepreneur? Like, do you have a license, first of all? And so the idea is like, we like to say a lot of things. We like to boost our ego up, and we like to have other people think about us in unique ways. But to be quite honest, that's very self-analytical. It's like really like self-deprecating when you don't achieve those things. So the idea of being a hypocrite is a very low self-image person. And if you want to get out of that hypocrisy, you have to build your self-image. And the best way to do that is actually do what you say. So really have ideas and have like little tiny goals that you know you can achieve. I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna brush my teeth. I'm gonna start brushing my teeth every morning. So stuff like that anybody could do that. That's not hard at all. So start with little things like that, and that's gonna start expanding. Like, oh, I'm gonna talk to a stranger one time a day. Eventually, I'm gonna get a contact every single day. I'm gonna sit down with someone, a stranger, every single day. So it's just like working up to these things. A lot of hypocrites like to jump to the case. Oh, I'm 19, but I'm a business owner. I'm gonna be a multi-millionaire when I make negative monies right now. So understand where you're coming from, and don't jump any fences to get there, because that's just only going to ruin your self-image. And the idea of building your self-esteem is setting goals you actually can create and sticking to those. Because if let's say you're on a habit track and you're like getting what you want, and then one day you just get sidewiped by emotions and you don't feel like doing it. Well, you have to do it, man, because you told yourself you would do it. And whether or not you do it or you don't do it will depend on where your self-image goes. If you don't do it, you're done for. You're trash. You're going to hate yourself. But if you do it, you're going to be on fire. You're going to be lit. You're going to be ready to on for the next. Now that builds your self-image. Doing things that you said you were going to do builds your self-image. And I highly encourage you to go ahead and set a goal for yourself so you can achieve it. Not so you can fail, so you can achieve it. And as you go on, you'll start to realize, like, okay, like maybe I should be really specific with my word choice. Maybe I shouldn't be saying all this junk and being so negative. Because that's the honest truth, is word is bond. The things that you say are a reflection of what is inside to you. I know that I'm a little, like, I don't know, mean towards some things in my life, but you know, those are just things that I can get aware of and I can start being more loving and more kind towards. And as a person who has great integrity, I can tell you that that is totally possible for me. And instead of having hypocrisy, the goal is to have integrity. Doing things without anybody looking. Integrity is who you are behind the door and behind all the eyes and lenses that people put on you. Having integrity is something that's far greater than any other characteristic when it comes to you having a good self-esteem. Self-esteem is all about habitual habits for yourself. It's all about being repetitive and who you are here to be. And sometimes we can be really confused, like, what is my life purpose? Like, what the heck am I here to do? Sometimes I ask these questions, but then it gives me an opportunity to reiterate what it is that I'm here to do, and that's to give people value, to give people a new perspective, to help them with this crazy, chaotic life that we live. And I can guarantee you, if you're trying to impress others and you're trying to do all these things to feed your ego and feed your self-esteem, you're doing it wrong. Don't be a hypocrite when it comes to loving yourself and knowing that what you say is what is going to come true. So be really careful on what you say, and then also have great integrity when it comes to making decisions. When you say something, do it. And don't back down, because you will ruin your relationships. Like, I will never associate with this one friend of mine any longer. I'm not going to deal with him anymore. I watched an episode of Drake and Josh yesterday when Drake leaves Josh to go make out with this girl before class, and that was the same day as a test, and Josh wasn't able to take that test, and he was just like, yo, I'm just done with you, Drake. Like, I'm not mad at you, I'm done with you. And that's how I feel with my friend that's a hypocrite. I'm done with you. Like, don't talk to me. I can't help you, and obviously you most likely and most definitely can't help me. Because if you can't even help yourself, you can't help anybody else. So help yourself first, guys. Have great integrity and really start to do what you say, because your self-esteem is going to go soaring through the roofs if you actually achieve what you said you wanted to achieve. So I hope you guys like this video. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Other than that, I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I'll catch you later. Namaste.